What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Games and I'm bringing to you guys tons of Yu-Gi-Oh news. Like, the news just kept on coming this morning with some, as you can see, more animation Chronicle news, which, if I do believe, it's going to be our next Battles of Legend, which is super exciting. We have, as you can see, Cypher support, which I'm super stoked for. We have appliances support. We also have jellyfish support, which is also fake number support, which is great. And then we also have OTS pack 16 news, including the third ultimate rare in the set, as well as a bunch of confirmed commons and supers, which has some of them being a bit bizarre, but when you deep dive into what is coming out, it makes sense, but I'll point that out once we get to it. So, before all of this, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously, if you enjoy our post this content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that, and all that's greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So, with all that said and done, let's get into this Animation Chronicle news, Yu-Gi-Oh news. So, as you can see, the first one, all of this is just I'm viewing all of this on some posts I made on Facebook in a Facebook group, so none of it is in order other than the fact that it's first Animation Chronicle and then OTS pack, so that I do apologize for that. So I'm going to be diving into all of them at random. But as first, you have double exposure. So it's a continuous spell. You can use this first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect, if you control 2 level 6 or lower monsters on the field with the same name, double their levels. And then the second effect is at the start of the battle phase, you can target one Cypher monster you control. The name of one other face-up monster on the field becomes the targeted Cypher monster's name until the end phase. So if you don't know what Cypher does, their main gimmick is to have monsters on the field with the same names. And then also the fact that you can do that gives you additional benefits, so with your other cards. So in terms of this card, by having 2 monsters of the same name, you can essentially make them level 8, which then goes into your Cypher Dragon. And then that can steal monsters, and then you can start making them bigger, which once we get to later on. So, really excited for this card. Cypher is like that deck that I feel like was almost there, was almost playable, but was just missing their key component cards, and we're getting them in this set. Next, we have D-Force. So if you don't remember, D-Force was one of the best early support for Plasma in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime. And this card is not as broken as it was in the anime, because they kind of took what this card did and put it on Plasma himself. But they gave this card additional stuff, which is really, really interesting. So continuous spell, when this card resolves, you can add 1 Destiny Hero Plasma from your deck or graveyard to your hand. While you control Destiny Hero Plasma, apply these effects. You cannot draw during your draw phase. Your opponent cannot target cards you control with card effects. Each Plasma you control gains 100 attack for each monster in the graveyards. It cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Also, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. So, the fact that this card prevents you from drawing is a reference to the anime where you essentially just stacked D-Force face up on top of your deck, and then you couldn't draw while it was there. So it's really, really cool. I really like this. I like the whole gaining 100 attack for each in the graveyards. It already makes Plasma can already kick it big by stealing things, and now you're just making it even bigger, which is pretty funny. So I'm excited to mess around with this card. This is a one-of in my hero deck, because I just love Plasma. Next, we have Cypher Biplane, which is a level 6 light machine effect monster with 1000 attack, 2000 defense. You can use the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn. If a Cypher monster is normal or special summon to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can target 2 Cypher monsters you control that have a level. Their levels become 8 until the end of this turn. So the advantages is 2 Cypher means you can double this. You can make this card level 8 as well. That's really good. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, add 1 Cypher monster from your deck to your hand. This is perfect because the main issue with Cypher is that they use up quite a lot to get the rank 8 on board. So the fact that you can just like normal summon a Cypher, then special this, and then make both this and that Cypher level 8 is fantastic. This is a definite free up in the deck. Next we have Dr. D. I love it. It just reminds me of Dr. Bees. So normal spell. Banish 1 Destiny Hero from your graveyard, add to your hand, or special summon 1 Destiny Hero from your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 2 Destiny Hero monsters you control. The attack of one becomes the attack of the other. This is really good. Actually, I really like this in a more pure D Hero focused deck. This is great. It's just more extension. Like D Heroes flood their graveyard already. The fact that you can just keep on going is really, really good. It gives another purpose to that second malicious now, which is good. Next we have Kraken Spawn, which is a rank 4 water aqua effect monster with a 1900 attack and 1300 defense. It requires 2 level 4 water monsters. Once per turn during the main phase quick effect, you can destroy 1 water monster your opponent controls. This comes into play with the other rank 4 that we're getting. If this card is special summoned by a number exceeds monster's effect is destroyed, you can special summon other Kraken monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials this card had. Then you can attach up to 1 water monster from your graveyard to each of them as material. So this is really, really interesting. This is a nice way that if your board does get blown up, so long as they have at least 1 material, you're getting at least 1 thing back. Which then, if it's your big number monster, you're getting a disruption, which you'll see later. Which is right now. Like I've got a mystery going on. Number 4 Stealth Kraken. I can't wait for this in my Shark deck. Which is the rank 4 Vortex Seas, 1900 attack, 1300 defense, materials, requires 2 level 4 water monsters. All face-up monsters in the field become water. Perfect for the other guy as well as this, because once per turn during the main phase quick effect, you can destroy 1 water monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack it had on the field. Doesn't even use a material, guys, which is great because you want to save them for its third effect, which, if the succeeds summoned card is destroyed, special summon 2 Kraken spawns from your extra deck up to the number of materials this card had. Then you can attach up to 1 water from your graveyard to each of them as material. This is perfect because then you get 2 more quick effects, which is so good. Like, it's just so good. You get 2 more blow-ups. Sometimes you can make another one, which, if you're playing Sharks, you'll rank 4 all day long, which is just perfect. Literally, one Buzzsaw makes a second one of this, which then on your following turn, you get 3 pops. 3 pops. So good. I love this stuff, Kraken stuff. I love the Kraken stuff. Next, we have Appliancer Properly On. This is like the last appliancer that we actually needed for the extra deck. I'm surprised it didn't come out with the original support. But hey ho, we're getting it now. Requires 1 appliance. The monster has a 1200 attack. This material is top up. And then first effect, this card can attack directly. Cool, it can just attack directly. Once per turn during the damage calculation, if your monster battles an opponent's monster and this card is co-linked, you can change your opponent's monster's battling attack to 0 during the damage calculation only. And its third effect is essentially, if it's not co-linked and it battles, it can then reduce the opponent's monster to 0, which is really, really nice. It's just a nice way to get over your opponent's board and then start dealing them damage. Next, we have Appliancer Conversion. Quick play spell. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Each banish as many Appliancer Link monsters in your main monster zones as possible. Then you can special summon your banished Appliancer Link monsters up to number monsters banished by this effect. So essentially, it is what it's doing in the card art. You take them off the board, and then you re-put them on the board in the order that you want. So if you have a monster that is co-linked and one that is not co-linked, but you want them to swap, you can essentially do this with this spell, which is very, very nice. I do like this a lot. And then during your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, except the turn you're sent there, you can banish one other appliance, spell, or trap from your graveyard, add this card to your hand. It's nice. I like how it's a quick play because then you can do some nice little fun gimmicks with it, which is nice. Then we have the one that I'm super hyped for. This is the one I'm super happy that it's finally coming out. And I swear, somewhere in Konami must be listening to our podcast because I mentioned we need this card in one of our podcast episodes, and I'm so happy that it's finally coming out. Cypher Interference. It's one of those cards that on paper doesn't seem that important, but when you look at the deck that is for, it is super important. It is super important. It's the whole point that the deck is designed the way that it is. Continuous spell. You can use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. It only has one effect, so I don't know why it does that. And then during damage calculation, if your Cypher monster battles and there's another monster with the same name on the field, you can double your battling Cypher monster's current attack until the end of the battle phase. This is super important. The whole point of the deck is that it's small monsters with the same name. Cypher Dragon Xyz take monsters and then make them become the name that they are. Cypher Dragon and Neo Cypher Dragon are the pinnacle examples of this. So the fact that we can now essentially OTK our opponent is finally what the whole deck is for. It's so good. I'm so excited for this card. Super happy that it's coming out. Being a Cypher card, I believe that we can actually search this in the deck. So I believe Mirror Knight searches a Cypher card, which is just fantastic. So I can't wait to start messing around the Cypher deck properly. Next, we have Silent Sea Nettle. Literally, I love all the jellyfish. I'm putting all the jellyfish in my shark there. We like shark jellyfish, which is level 4 water aqua effect monster with 800 attack and 1300 defense. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control a water monster, you can special this card from your hand. You cannot special summon monsters for the turn you activate this effect except water monsters. Like your whole deck is water anyway, so free extender is perfect. You can also splash this in Mirror Incest because you just need a water monster, which is very nice. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target up to 3 water monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, which is great because you're going to be wanting to reshuffle your jellyfish Xyz's, so that way you can get free fodder, which is fantastic. I kind of wish they let you draw at least one card, but hey ho, can't have it for free. So that's it for the Animation Chronicle news. As you can see, we're getting to the OTS pack news. Why am I showing you Forbidden Droplet that we already knew? Because now we know all of them. So we knew that we're getting Forbidden Droplet as Ultimate Rare. We knew you were getting Cyber Dragon Alt Art as Ultimate Rare. But now we're getting Firewall Dragon as Ultimate Rare. And not only that, we can also see in this image, now also getting the Gem Generate whatever as a super rare. This is the Creature Swap XT Link monster, which is very, very nice. It kind of deserved it. And then we're also getting Lion Alligator as a common. Why are we getting Lion Alligator? It's reptile support. This is literally all it is. I believe it only came as an ultra promo, which is very interesting. As we can see, we're getting these cards as well. So we're getting the Tri-Brigade level 1 for the Tri-Brigade deck. I believe this must be a super rare because it's already a common. We're getting Photon Pulse Dragon as a super rare. We're also getting the Drytrons, which I believe are also super rare, which is going to be very, very nice, as well as King of the Skull Servants. He deserved a rarity bump. We're also getting Virtual Gate as well, which is going to be very, very nice as a super. We're also getting Mausoleum of the Emperor, as well as Token Stampede. And I believe Cyberstein is also a super here as well. Why are we getting Cyberstein? It's because he is getting a text errata, which means that he is no longer classified as a cyber monster. This is important because we're getting that cyber style structure and it searches cyber monsters. So we don't want to be searching things that are a bit either broken or aren't technically cyber in the OCG, because I believe Cyberstein isn't supposed to be classed as a cyber monster over there as well via the original text. So that's also very, very interesting. We're also getting Reptilian Hydra as well as Cybersaurus. I believe this is the last of the reveals so far. I'm going to quickly double check, but as you can see here, the Reptilian Hydra is a well-deserved reprint. It price went up thanks to the Ogdogdor support, and as you can see, Cybersaurus, it's not just because everyone loves Cybersaurus, it's because it needed this text that is not treated as a cyber card as well. Let me just quickly double check to you guys that this is all. Yep, this is everything that we have revealed so far. So if you enjoy this, guys, give us a like down below, hit that subscribe button as well, and ding that notification bell. And also tell us, are you excited for all these cards? Are you excited for everything that's been revealed so far? Animation Chronicles / Battles of Legend for us here in the TCG. Are you also excited and happy that Cypher is finally a playable, fully playable deck? And are you also excited and like these OTS reprints that we got so far? I'm quite happy with what we got. I can't really complain. Everything in here deserved it as well as kind of needed it. I'm mostly excited for the Reptilian Hydra because I want to toy around with that in Dog Deck. But yes, as well as we all know what I'm excited for over here in Animation Chronicles, this and the Jellyfish support. But as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, as always, happy dueling.